Hello everyone, I'm the Generation Y Conservative. Thank you for tuning into my channel today. I have a really interesting video today because instead of talking and using my commentary to go in on this video, what I've decided to do is use the person's voice himself throughout the video to see the contradictions. In this case, it's President Obama. Recently, he did the commencement speech for a college, and all my liberal friends have been posting this as inspirational online on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and everything else. But as I sat there watching it, I saw him railing against Republicans for doing everything that he does on almost a weekly basis. So instead of cutting back and forth between me and him and pointing out all the contradictions that he does, I figured from here on out we'll watch the commencement address and cut back and forth to things that he said in the past. So I'll catch you at the end of the video.
So class of 2016, let me be as clear as I can be. In politics and in life, ignorance is not a virtue.
I heard on the news about this story that Fast and Furious, where allegedly guns were being run into Mexico.
When did you first learn that the IRS was targeting conservative political groups?
I first learned about it from the same news reports that I think most people learned about it.
When did the president find out about the Department of Justice's subpoenas for the Associated Press?
Yesterday.
And
I mean, let me just be clear. We don't have any independent knowledge of that. He found out about the news reports yesterday on the road.
I certainly did not know anything about the IG report before the IG report had been leaked through press.
Just a quick question about Melindra. Has the president been briefed about what has developed on that?
I think he's probably read some news accounts of it. I'm not aware that he's been briefed.
It's not cool to not know what you're talking about. That's not keeping it real or telling it like it is.
Now, I don't know, not having been there and not seeing all the facts, what role race played in that. But I think it's fair to say, number one, any of us would be pretty angry. Number two, that the Cambridge police acted stupidly.
Under the President's leadership, together with the State Department and DHS, the Department of Justice stands ready to take the fight to the Mexican drug cartels.
As you know, my Attorney General has made clear that he certainly would not have ordered gun running to be able to pass through into Mexico. And I've made very clear my views that that would not be an appropriate step by the ATF, and we got to find out how that happened.
That's not challenging political correctness. That's just not knowing what you're talking about. Qualities like kindness and compassion, honesty, hard work, they often matter more than technical skills or know-how. But when our leaders express a disdain for facts, when they're not held accountable for repeating falsehoods and just making stuff up, while actual experts are dismissed as elitists, then we've got a problem.
We've seen rage and violence directed at American embassies over an awful internet video that we had nothing to do with.
And that is what we saw play out in the last 2 weeks. It was a crude and disgusting video. Sparked outrage throughout the Muslim world.
Here's what you said. At 11 o'clock that night, approximately 1 hour after you told the American people it was a video, you say to your family, 2 officers were killed today in Benghazi by an al-Qaeda-like group. Also, on the night of the attack, you had a call with the president of Libya. Here's what you said to him. Ansar al-Sharia is claiming responsibility. And finally, and most significantly, the next day, within 24 hours, you had a conversation with the Egyptian prime minister. You told him this: we know the attack in Libya had nothing to do with the film. It was a planned attack, not a protest.
You know, it's interesting that If we get sick, we actually want to make sure the doctors, like going to medical school, they know what they're talking about. If we get on a plane, we say we really want a pilot to be able to pilot the plane. And yet in our public lives, we suddenly think, I don't want somebody who's done it before.
So as you can see, President Obama, of course, as always, can be pointed to as a hypocrite. You know, it always shocks me that these liberals who are able to use social media so well for campaigns to get their message out there, to spread awareness on things, and to rally the troops to get support for their campaigns and everything, don't understand that everything they say is usually caught on video and can be looked up for records from the past. It always shocks me because they think that they can get away with saying whatever they want in the future. Like we're not going to look into the past and see that they've said the exact opposite thing. If you've seen the video, let me know what you think. Is Obama a hypocrite? Obviously he is. And let me know what you think below. If you're a liberal, do these things concern you? Because I've obviously pointed out contradictions here. But at the same time, this is his last year in office. Does it matter to you that a president's lying to your face? Does it matter to you that he rails against Republicans and has labeled them as enemies in the past instead of labeling terrorists that attack our people as enemies even? He calls those workplace violence incidents here in the United States, but he's perfectly willing to label Republicans as enemies. His own people, the people that he's supposed to also represent. I think that there's going to be many books written on this presidency and the things that he's said and done that absolutely contradict himself all over the place, as well as his radical past and radical years in office itself as well. If you enjoyed watching this video, I thank you for watching. You can click over here to subscribe to my channel. You can also click up here to check out why I've decided as a never Trump person to actually pull the lever or push the button for Trump. It's a hard choice for me, but it's something that I feel I need to do in order to secure the Supreme Court, and it's my choice. So I thank you for watching. I'm the Generation Y Conservative. Until next time, see you then.